The 39th President of the United States, Jimmy Carter, was born in rural Georgia in 1924. Peanut farming and devotion to the Baptist Church were mainstays of his upbringing. After graduating from the Naval Academy in 1946, Carter went on to marry Rosalind Smith. After serving 7 years as a naval officer, Carter returned to his hometown of Plains, Georgia. He first entered the political world in 1962, serving in the state Senate. 8 years later, he was elected governor of Georgia, an office he held from 1971 to 1975. After 2 years of campaigning, he was nominated as the Democratic presidential candidate in 1976. With running mate Walter Mondale, Carter beat out President Gerald Ford to take the White House. Speaking to the crowd in his inaugural address, he expressed his hopes for the country.
I would hope that the nations of the world might say that we had built a lasting peace based not on weapons of war, but on international policies which reflect our own most precious values.
His time in the Oval Office was marked with highs and lows, with the last 14 months of his presidency being perhaps the most controversial. The Iran hostage crisis saw 66 American diplomats and citizens held hostage for 444 days. The Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, and Carter led the controversial boycott of the 1980 Summer Olympics in Moscow. But his tenure as president was also marked by accomplishments. He created 2 new departments, the Department of Energy and the Department of Education, and he helped calm tensions in the Middle East with the signing of the Camp David Accords. But in the end, his popularity had diminished too greatly with the American people. He lost his bid for re-election to Ronald Reagan. His time after the White House was put to good use. He established the Carter Center in Atlanta in 1982 and used that as a base for advancing human rights.
So I've been kind of humbled in getting to know people around the world and to see that, in effect, all people on earth are the same in the eyes of God, and should be in the eyes of each other, equal and worthy of respect and care and, I would say, love.
His work abroad won him the 2002 Nobel Peace Prize. In an interview with USA Today, Carter revealed what he hoped his legacy would be.
Human rights and peace would be the 2 things that I'd like to be remembered for, as well as being a good grandfather.